Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. You know, a while back I had this class assignment that got me thinking. The prompt was, in what way does transformation play a role in stories meant to scare us? And since I'm a huge horror fan, I decided to go on a bit of a rant, so buckle up. For starters, let's talk about body horror. This is probably the most straightforward kind of transformation. The classic example I can think of is the SCP-001, When Day Breaks Prepulsal. The basic idea is that if you touch sunlight, you melt into a mound of flesh permanently and horribly transforming you. This isn't just about the initial shock value, there's a deep existential dread to it. Or think about growing wings or tentacles. Even if you could control them, the sheer shock and weirdness of it would be terrifying. It's the horror of your own body turning against you. Then there's the transformation of transcendence. This is about moving from one state to another, especially from the familiar to the unknowable. The most classic example is the transformation from living to dead. No one truly knows what happens after death, and that uncertainty is inherently scary. Another version of this is the transformation from human to something more, something transcendent. It strips you of your body and your agency in the mortal world, exchanging it for something new and unknowable. It's the horror of losing your humanity, of becoming something alien and unrecognizable. Transformation can also be a more abstract concept focusing on the mind. Take the idea of a killer. We're not talking about a monster born this way, but someone who was made. The thought that a seemingly normal person could snap and transform into a killer at any moment is bone-chilling. Or a mental breakdown so complete that someone's mind fractures into something unrecognizable. The nice, kind person you know suddenly doing something horrible and violent is a terrifying transformation. We see this in tropes like the zombie apocalypse. Someone gets bitten and slowly transforms into a mindless, violent creature. In some stories, they're even fully aware but not in control of their own body. It's a truly horrific kind of transformation. We also see transformations in the environment. Think of a normal green earth turning into a desolate wasteland. Even if the story doesn't explain how it happened, the transformed setting itself is eerie and unsettling. It's the transformation from the normal to the extraordinary. And whether it's killers, monsters, or the environment, it can be both beautiful and terrifying. One of the most fascinating transformations is the hive mind. You go from being an individual to part of something bigger. It's on a spectrum, from just sharing collective knowledge to having no autonomy whatsoever. It's both disturbing and strangely beautiful. Trade some of your individuality for a connection to a much larger whole, abandoning loneliness. To me, there's something both terrifying and deeply comforting in that. Finally, let's look at the transformation of a character we know and love. A great, if extreme, example is Cupcakes HD. In that story, the cheerful and harmless Pinkie Pie transforms into a killer, torturing and baking Rainbow Dash into cupcakes. The horror isn't just in the violence itself, it's in the transformation of a seemingly innocent character doing something so unspeakable. It's shocking, terrifying, and a great example of why transformation is such a powerful tool in horror. So, what do you think? What's the most terrifying transformation you've seen in a story? Let me know in the comments below.